Assalamu alaikum. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good, guys? I hope you're all doing good today. All right, welcome back to my channel. So I always wanted to do something during Black History Month to make a tribute to my people, African Americans, as an African from Senegal, who have been living in the state for years now. All right, something that I always wanted to do. And I think sometimes it's good that for us African people to do something like that, okay? With all the misunderstanding sometimes that happens, I think it's a good thing. If you watch my channel, you know I talk about team building, leadership, personal development. I talk about my clothing brand as well. So before the new year, I posted a video and it was like, don't wait for the new year to make your resolution. Make your resolution now. So that's what I said on that post. And the reason why I said that is usually when the new year gets here, we have things that we want to achieve. We set goals, we have dreams, you know, we want to make our dreams come true. But oftentimes what ends up happening is halfway or sometime even during the month of January, we end up giving up on our goals and we end up giving up on our resolutions and the dreams that we have, okay? And that was the reason why I said this year, let's not wait for the new year to make our resolution. Let's go ahead and make our resolution now, okay? And I posted that video before the new year. I kind of posted it late because I was working on something, you know, at the back end, and it took me time, and I ended up posting the video a little bit late, like just 2 days maybe before the new year. But still, if somebody watched it before the new year and were able to apply what I said, that's great. And I posted another follow-up video after the new year where I said, if you didn't watch that video and this is the first time you see my channel, you come across my channel, I will say go ahead and make your resolution for the new year. It's not always a time of the year where people are so hyped up about the new year and they want to make resolution and they want to change their lives, all right? So we gotta use that hype, make some resolution, create some change in our life. So that's what I said on that second video. But I gave out 3 tips that will allow you to reach your goals, make your dreams come true. I said on tip number 1, go ahead and start slow. Usually we have all these goals, we want to do all these things, and we start very, very hard. But because of the intention that we had to do big things, we don't keep in mind how hard it is to achieve things. And things get hard, we find, you know, obstacles, and we end up giving up on those goals and on those resolutions. So to avoid that, I said go ahead and start slow, okay? So the second tip that I gave was, and by the way guys, I said I'm making a tribute to Black History Month to African Americans, and I'm just kind of giving you a background of things and why I'm talking about this so you guys will understand like where I want to go, okay? So on goal number 2, I said it's more like about working on your behaviors. Go ahead and take a piece of paper, draw a line in the middle of the piece of paper from the top to the bottom. On the left side, I want you to write, you know, bad habits, and you list 3 bad habits that you have and you work on it until you give up those bad habits. On the right side, you write good habits and you list 3 good habits and you work on it until they become part of your life. And so on, you can keep adding bad habits that you want to work on and eliminate them, and good habits that you want to include in your life. That was tip number 2. And the tip number 3 was go ahead and start. If you have an idea, you want to do something, that's something positive, don't wait, don't delay, don't overthink it, you know, don't wait too much. Just go ahead and do it. That was tip number 3. I said to myself, you need to apply that tip number 3, because every year I wanted to do something for Black History Month, but I end up doing nothing, you know? I have all these ideas about Black history, I want to do all these things. I want to talk about it. I want to, you know, say something positive during Black History Month, and I end up just not doing it. Okay, so this year I said, go ahead and apply what you're preaching. That third tip that you said, go ahead and do it. You need to go ahead and do it. That's the reason why I'm here today, to talk about Black History Month. As I said, a tribute to African American, because I feel like as an African Americans had played a lot of influence on Africans, okay? And we are here to talk about positive things. I'm not here to talk about negative things, okay? Everywhere you go in this planet Earth, there is something negative that you can say about people. All nationalities, all countries, you can always find something negative to say, even where I'm from, okay? So it's not about finding something negative, it's about finding something positive that can influence people and that can lift people. And I feel like African Americans have been like a very positive influence for us Africans, for the culture. And I really wanted to kind of make that known so people know, because sometimes you come across a lot of negative things, very sad to see, and I feel like we need to kind of eliminate that with the positive things, okay? That's the reason why I'm making this tribute to Happy Black History Month, okay? From your African brother. As a kid growing up in Africa, I felt the influence of African Americans on me, even like being in Africa, okay? And I'm gonna give you the first example. We used to watch movies, we used to watch documentaries and all of that. One day my sister cut my hair, and by the way, I got a haircut, my barber put a lot of ink on it, so that's why it looks this way. But anyway, so my sister cut my hair accidentally. When she was cutting my hair from here to here, it was like a hole. All the hair was gone, you can see the skin. My sister told me, hey, why are you crying? You look exactly like Willie and Arnold, the movie. I gave you their haircut. From that point, I was happy. This is just to tell you, the influence of African American into the African culture. The world was not even like this, like where we have internet and everything. I had a small black and white television, and that the influence, I could feel it at a very, very young age, So definitely this is something, anytime I think about it, I laugh, but also it kind of like opened my mind on how we all are connected. The second thing I wanted to talk about on how African American had influence on African people, and I'm just giving an example from my life. It was about basketball. Near where I live, we had a military camp, we got a basketball court, we had a soccer field, handball court, as well as a tennis court, okay? And I used to go to play soccer over there. I'm from Africa. I used to go play soccer a lot, and we call it football. The Barcelona camp, 1992. I watched the Dream Team for the first time. Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Charles Barkley, Scottie Pippen, and all the other guys from the Dream Team. And the first day I watched the Dream Team, the next day I was at the basketball court. I was like, this is my sport. This is what I need to do now. This looks good, man. This is what I'm supposed to do. And from that point, I started to play basketball. I fell in love with basketball after watching the Dream Team. When I was in high school, I, started watching The Fresh Prince. That was just another, great movie that had a very positive influence on us. Now, where I needed to start, and I'd kind of like hold it till the end, was, as I said earlier, we had this small black and white television. They used to play a documentary, and it used to be a guy from Africa. His name is Sheikh Modibo Jara. And we used to call him the African guy of NASA. I used to sit, in front of my small black and white television and watch him, talk about his work at NASA. And whenever it happened, they used to show the astronauts, the rockets, the satellite orbiting around the Earth. I fell in love with those images. And from that point, I wanted to work at NASA. By the grace of God, I was able actually to work at NASA for a few months doing research. I even published a children's book, Adama Goes to NASA. So I have my clothing brand, which is what I'm rocking over here. I have the astronaut tee, and it has my name. I also wanted to give a tribute to all the African Americans who work hard first to create that space for us, all the African people, to be able to work over there. Because if you guys watch the movie Hidden Figures, and they talk about the story of Katherine Johnson, who was an African American who used to work at NASA, and how tough it was back then for her to work there, you will understand it wasn't always easy for the people of color to work at that organization. So people before us went there, did the hard work, paved the way, and made it easy. When I worked there at NASA, I remember back then the director of the program was an African American, Charles Bolden. 2 years ago, I was actually able to meet him in person, and I thank him for his work. And he is part of that group of people who paved the way for us. So definitely, I'm very, very thankful to that. Thank you for tuning in and watching my video. I hope you guys like it. I have my clothing brand. I will put the link where you can access this nice astronaut tee. I talk about also team building, leadership, personal development. I'm working on building a school community. I have my Calendly. If you want to talk to me, if you think I can help you on something, or there is something that we can talk about, you can also hit me up. We can talk about it. But definitely, I really wanted to do this tribute. Hopefully, this come out like the way I want it, and you guys, get the message. You guys like it. Peace, and I'm out. Thank you.